interfaith prayer painting project. Kathy Brown, the marketing person at Presbyterian Hospice and Palliative Care, has worked with me on many projects, including the Jack Mantley Labyrinth, the Weisiger Chapel, all at Presbyterian Hospital in Charlotte, North Carolina. And at one point she said, we have people sitting in this room who are involved, actively involved with the death of loved ones. And sometimes they're sitting here and I think they don't know what to do. Their loved ones are dying and they don't know what to do. So what if we could give them an image that would invite them to pray, to express their concerns, to tap into their unknown feelings? I thought, yeah, I'm on board, Kathy. Let me get back with you on that. And I started doing drawings and studies and paintings because that's the way I operate, you know. It's like before I can create a tangible project, I have to work into it from an abstract viewpoint. So I start creating paintings. That's kind of how I dialogue. So I started making paintings, and I realized that what I wanted to do on a surface level was include iconic images of all of the great religions in the world. So I had crosses and stars of David and arabesque and Buddhist writings, and I was creating this sort of atmosphere where all of these things interfaced. And I thought, well, that's really cool. That's really brilliant. You know, people will look at that and they'll think, yeah, I can tap into that religion, and I can tap into my grief, and I can tap into my loss. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that each symbol that existed that represented a religion was going to lift someone's heart, but then at the same time that it was lifting someone's heart who was associated with that symbol, it was going to be like a sand in the oyster of someone else's spirituality. It was going to grate against their nerves. They were going to see this cross or the Star of David or this arabesque, and they were going to go, I can't relate to this because it includes something that I can't relate to. So I dug deeper. I began to look deeper and deeper into the very essence of symbolism for indigenous peoples. And I settled upon the square and the circle. The square, which included the four directions, the four elements. It included what I refer to as the Trinity plus the feminine, the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, plus the Holy Mother. And then the circle, which was the completion of the life cycle, which essentially hospice was all about, which is essentially what we all live. The completion of the birth and the death, the snake biting its own tail. And so I made painting after painting overlapping these circles, overlapping these squares, realizing that there was a never-ending series of possibilities for the connections between these essential, iconic human geometrical forms. I don't see how that series will ever end for me. Sometimes I fall asleep and I see those images in my head. Sometimes I look out into the trees and I see the limbs creating circles and squares. I look at the shrubbery in my yard. I plant my garden. I watch the patterns of the birds flying in its circles and squares. And that's the essence of that series.